Hi, today we are going to study agricultural marketing in India. India is an agrarian economy. The initial trade was done through barter system. Gradually, the marketing processes evolved and are yet evolving. The increasing trend of agricultural production has brought new challenges in terms of finding market for the surplus produce. The agricultural marketing system in India needs to be integrated and strengthened. The National Commission on Agriculture defined agricultural marketing as a process which starts with the decision to produce a saleable farm commodity. It involves all aspects of market structure of system, both functional and institutional, based on technical and economic considerations, and includes pre- and post-harvest operations, assembling, grading, storage, transportation, and distribution. Agricultural marketing can be defined as the commercial functions involved in transferring agricultural products consisting of farm, horticulture, and other allied products from producer to the consumer. Why do we need to study agricultural marketing? If you are preparing for a career in food marketing, your success will surely depend on the knowledge of the field. If one plans to be a food producer, he will need to understand the changing nature of the marketing system which will influence his sales, price, and income. Most certainly, one will be a food consumer. At any given point in time, the food supply and prices will depend upon the food production and marketing system. A citizen with responsibilities, such as a social worker or a member of an NGO, will want to shape and regulate the food industry in ways that serve the public interest. Finally, a policymaker needs to ensure proper availability of consumer products, proper price spread, and adequate marketable surplus. Agricultural marketing can best be defined as series of services involved in moving a product from the point of production to the point of consumption. The process starts with the question of what to produce and how much to produce. It includes grading, packaging, transport, storage, and other systems, and ends at distribution and sales. The agricultural marketing infrastructure is made up of 6 types of markets. The rural primary markets include mainly the periodical markets, known as hats, mandis, and fairs. These play an important role in the rural economy. They provide an opportunity not only to purchase consumer goods, but also to sell surplus agriculture and allied produce. The secondary markets cater to the distant demand. These markets attract potential buyers, traders who assemble the produce and consolidate a truckload of sales in the city wholesale market. Both types of markets are unregulated and suffer from the handicaps of poor infrastructure. They are very convenient for commercial exchange between the local consumer and the local producer. Most wholesale markets are covered under the Agriculture Produce Marketing Committee Acts and are also called regulated markets. These markets perform dual function: transit market for supplies to the hinterland and distant markets, and terminal markets for supplies to the retailers for local consumption. Major transactions take place between village level commission agents and wholesalers. The terminal markets provide multiple options to farmers for disposal of produce. Such markets are expected to reduce post-harvest losses and increase farmers' realization. The terminal market concept promoted in India is expected to link the farmers to these markets directly through collection centers. The Safal complex of NDDB is one such format located at Bangalore. Retail markets handling food items are the most active elements in the food distribution chain. Particularly low and middle income consumers use these retail markets and visit them very often. Directly serving the common man, the retail markets constitute last links in the marketing chain. As a component of agricultural economy, the livestock sector may become the most significant component in the days to come. The production of livestock products is through an extensive multi-location system which keeps millions of farmers occupied but limits the productivity to meet only the domestic demand and enables sale of the surplus to the nearby market at the earliest, as they are perishable and cannot be kept for long without cooling facilities. Livestock markets need to have adequate facilities for animals and men and should provide veterinary support too. From the study of agricultural market infrastructure, it can be deduced that adequate infrastructure in terms of storage facility, transportation, etc. is a mandate for the markets to run efficiently. A stringent yet supportive regulatory framework will enhance the capabilities of the producers and consumers. Media and communication can play a major role. In the case of agricultural marketing in India, it is not exactly the marketing in the literal sense, and we can call it as distributive handling of agricultural produce, as there are a number of intermediaries who are involved in the marketing of agricultural produce. This slide highlights some of the major problems of the existing marketing system. Intervention of government in the existing network is essential to bring the fruits to the farmers. Building adequate infrastructure for storage, distribution, and transportation will only help in dealing with the situation superficially. In order to support the grassroots, creating outlets or collection centers at each village where the farmers sell their stocks directly to the consumers or the authorized buyers and not the intermediaries at fixed prices would help to a great extent. Special focus needs to be laid on the preservation and distribution of perishable commodities. These are a few cases wherein the people came together to help themselves. Such stories of success need to be spread and told in remote and rural areas so that people can realize their potentials and come up with innovative strategies and institutions to support themselves and others. The small and marginal farmers are major victims of the existing marketing system. They are forced to produce goods with the poor quality seeds and sell them at prices which barely cover the cost of production. These are leading to engulfing of these farmers into debts, poverty, or death. The slide shows how supermarkets can aid these small farmers to earn a decent livelihood. It can be summarized that the government will have to intervene and bring standardization in the market while playing the role of a financer to the producer and a risk bearer on behalf of the small and marginal farmers specially. It will have to study the market and provide an analysis in terms of demand and supply to the farmers' community. It will have to play the role of a meteorological and provide the farmers the information about rainfall and other facilities on time. It will also have to regulate the demand and supply of commodities by not allowing the surplus to decay. In the end, it can be said an industry that feeds you is worth being harnessed with proper planning and compassion for the producers. Thank you.